You're watching The Market Comment by Heralan Buspisuros. I'm Christina Marujos, and thank you for joining us at XM.com. The US dollar traded somewhat higher against most of the other major currencies on Friday, losing some ground only against the pound, the Aussie, and the Kiwi. The greenback began the new week higher, or virtually unchanged, gaining the most ground against the Kiwi. Last week's slide may have just been the result of profit-taking rather than a change in the market's outlook. Investors are currently anticipating 85 basis points worth of reductions by the Fed this year, while the probability for the first quarter-point cut to be delivered in June has fallen to around 80%. That probability can go even lower if this week's data, including the core PCE index and the ISM manufacturing PMI, continue to suggest that inflation is not cooling as fast as previously expected, and that the U.S. economy is performing well at a time when others have already slipped into recession. The main loser today is the New Zealand dollar, even though investors' bets with regards to the Reserve Bank of New Zealand's future course of action have not changed. They continue to assign a 30% chance for a 25 basis points hike at Wednesday's decision. The Kiwi staged a strong recovery in anticipation of a more hawkish stance by the RBNZ, but is on the back foot leading up to the decision. However, even if the bank refrains from pushing the hike button, any post-decision declines in the Kiwi could remain limited and short-lived. With inflation well above the upper bound of the RBNZ's 1 to 3% target range, officials could maintain their tightening bias, which could allow some more Kiwi buying soon in anticipation of a hike at one of the upcoming gatherings. On Wall Street, the S&P 500 climbed to a new record high on Friday, perhaps on continued optimism over NVIDIA's astounding earnings results, with the tech giant briefly exceeding $2 trillion in market value for the first time. However, the index lost steam later, closing the session virtually unchanged, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq ended with losses. This likely suggests that as the earnings season is winding down, market participants are slowly turning their attention back to monetary policy, and anything corroborating the view that Fed officials are not in a rush to start cutting interest rates anytime soon could result in a corrective retreat. Thanks for watching today's market comment here at XM.com. Have a great week.